Today, in today's topic, we're going to talk about, hey girl, you got to lose some weight.
What?
Or, hey girl, you a little too skinny.
What?
You need to put some meat on them bones. Hey family, my name is JOMO.
I'm Charmaine.
We come together with real, raw, relevant conversation dealing with relationships.
Right.
And today's topic is, listen girl, you need to lose some weight. Hey girl,
Or-
you a little too skinny.
You know, ain't nobody ever told me I was too skinny.
What?
Never.
They would always call me chunky. They said, Jomo ain't fat, Jomo ain't skinny, Jomo is chunky.
That's what they say to boys because they're trying to be nice. Oh, he's just a little husky. But then if a girl gets overweight, she's fat.
The gist of what we're saying is, how do I communicate to someone I love that I feel like they've gone too far?
I think.
Or they may be losing too much weight. So it's
Right.
both sides. Sometimes they lose too much weight on the
or
verge.
they're too skinny and they
or
just
they're
haven't
too
lost
skinny.
weight, but they just have a small frame.
Or they put on too much weight. Either one can be dangerous.
Right. I think if you've been in a relationship long enough, somebody's weight probably has fluctuated if you haven't been very disciplined with your diet and exercise regimen or just movement in general. If a job changed or if you've had 3 children after being married, just children in general.
You had 3
not
children,
3.
huh?
Yeah, I was talking from a personal place.
I know you were.
But or you have a small frame and now you gain weight. Right, it's hard to put on weight, or you've gained weight and you don't look the same because of hormones, or maybe you had an accident or an injury and it caused you not to move as much, and now your body is different than what it was when you first got together with your spouse or your loved one.
I know.
How do you approach that person and
Correct.
say, hey, I'm concerned?
Yeah, and that's the gist of it. I know my weight swing has been 70 pounds.
Right. And let me tell you something, babe. You've been sexy at 70 over, 70 plus, and you have been sexy small.
I'm not
going to say you're skinny because you're not skinny, but you're smaller.
I'm just going to say you sexy.
Big sexy.
I'll leave that alone. Okay, so we're going to do some do's and don'ts.
Some do's and don'ts.
On how to communicate with a person that you feel concerned
Right.
about their health. So number 1, don't shame them.
Don't shame them.
Don't shame them.
Man, you gained a lot of weight. Don't you see that?
Look how your clothes fit. Or your clothes falling off you. You need to put on some weight.
Right.
We don't want to shame them.
Right.
Number 2, don't force the issue. If they're not talking about it, why are you talking about it? Sometimes you try to bring, hey man, you see them people exercise.
Or you could feel like you're doing an intervention, and you could say something, and then if they don't respond, then don't push the issue.
Correct. Don't frame the discussion around food or weight.
Right.
You want to frame the discussion about, I'm concerned about your health.
Right.
Got it? So we're not focusing on your weight. We're not
Right.
focusing on your diet. We're focusing on, I'm really concerned about your weight.
Right.
Because-
your longevity.
Correct. Because we know science tells us, medical science tells us that too much is not good. Too little is not good either.
Right.
So there's a balance in which we want to stay in a healthy BMI.
Right. Right.
Number four, do not offer your weight loss tips.
Right. Well, if you wouldn't eat as much.
If you drink more water.
Yeah. It's just.
If you walk
it can
a
be
little
very
more.
offensive and very hurtful if someone's constantly giving you suggestions on how to lose weight or how to gain weight,
Remember when I was at the beach and
Oh my goodness.
tell the story, Charmaine. Tell the story.
I didn't remember it until you actually brought it up.
Yeah,
I must not have been listening or focusing.
Yeah, I was at the beach, and this was after football, and I had put on some extra weight, and
And you had so many injuries, and he had surgeries back.
No,
to back.
we're not gonna use any excuses. I had put on the weight,
Okay.
but those were true facts.
That was facts.
And my family member touched my hip my love handle.
Pinched.
She pinched it and.
Come on, what is this?
What is this? What is this, JOMO? You never had this before.
And what's crazy about it is this particular family member is overweight.
How
do you do that?
How you do that?
But anyway, I mean, it's body shaming going on everywhere.
Guess what it did? It did adjust me.
Right.
You know, because my CHARMAINE said, you know, babe, I like when your arms were a little bit bigger. Well, guess what I started doing?
Well, it's because he had lost so much weight. And I just felt like if you do so much cardio, you're gonna burn muscle. At the end of the day, I mean, it's science.
Yes.
You do a lot of cardio, you wind up not only burning fat, but you burn muscle if you don't have a balance of lifting weights and doing cardio.
Correct.
And eating the right things in order to sustain your muscle mass.
All right. Yeah. Don't be the food monitor.
Man, you gonna get another plate?
You having dessert too?
Dog. You gonna get a second slice of cake?
What? You want some more liquor? Yeah. You gonna get a double frap like chopper.
Drink your calories.
What? Now,
yeah.
In the comments, let us know if you know people who talk to you as you're eating about what you eating.
Food shame you.
Yeah, food shame you. You will eat all that chicken? You should have a salad.
Right.
Whoa. What do you mean? Well, girl.
Wow, you gonna order a steak?
No, girl.
I thought you was working on something.
Girl, you need to eat something. Right. You about to disappear.
The thing is too, I think, babe, it's a balance too. When you're married to someone and they tell you their New Year's resolution is to lose weight, and then every time they do something that you don't deem is right in order to lose the weight, you're jumping all down their throat. That could be very frustrating for the person as well.
I have learned I don't want to be her fitness coach. And she don't want me to be a fitness coach. Meaning, sometimes it's hard to keep a relationship when you are analyzing all their activities or lack of. So you're like, well, this is your New Year's resolution. You don't look like you're doing it. And I know a lot of relationships where this is a big issue because they don't want to work out with their spouse because it's like too much.
Right.
It's too much.
And JOMO's very competitive when we're working out, and I don't want to be competitive. I don't want to be your enemy in the gym.
Oh,
like,
wow.
I want to just work out and do my own. Like, I have my own goals, and you have your goals. So I don't want you like, oh, what's your incline at? Well, mine is at 15. What's yours at? Oh, it's only at 6. Well, you work your way up. I don't want to work my way up to 15. I don't want to be holding on to the top part of the thing. I don't want to do that. So I
don't want to be dripping all over the place.
It doesn't even have to be. I think you're obsessed with sweating because you think sweat equals weight loss, and that's just hilarious to me because you know better. But
whoa.
I think it's a psychological thing.
You see that shame right there? You see how she just threw that in there?
What's a shame? You know better.
You know better.
You do know that sweat doesn't equal weight loss.
You see what I'm talking about? You gotta be careful with these people out here. All right, dudes. Do remember that they got feelings.
Right.
And they may have a bigger issue than just diet and exercise.
It could be a medical concern that hasn't been addressed. And you're body shaming them and food shaming them, and it could be a bigger issue.
Yeah. Do speak about health and feelings.
Right.
That's what we want to talk about. Remember, we don't want to talk about their diet or their weight. We want to talk about their health and their feelings, because some people may be doing it because they feel depressed or discouraged.
Absolutely. Or maybe they're, like you said, stress, because when your cortisol levels go up, which is your stress hormone, your body kind of shuts down as far as weight loss mode as well. So you want to make sure that if you're under a lot of stress, and I may be getting too deep, but if you're under a lot of stress, that you try to alleviate some of that stress in order to be able to get to your fitness goals.
Correct. Next, speak the truth in love. Hey, babe, I love you, and my concern is your longevity.
Right.
I'm trying to get to, a certain age, and I want to be balling, out of control. I want to travel. I want to be active, and I want to do these things. Right. So the reason why I am pushing, or I'm talking, or I'm trying to communicate to you is, I'm not talking about now. I'm talking about 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years from now. So the reason why I want us to work on it now, so we're making a down payment on our future.
Right.
See what I'm saying? How you communicate.
That's good.
The next one, do use empathy. Be considerate.
And be understanding, because their situation may have changed. Especially you fellas. If your wife just had a baby, don't you dare talk about her body. Her body has gone through making a child. Like,
The child.
you could never do that. In your human form, you could never do what a woman can do.
The child weighed 8 pounds. The child weighed 8 pounds.
The child weighs 8 pounds? What does that have to do with anything?
I'm just saying after the baby they lose 8 to 10 pounds. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because you lose the afterbirth in the child.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I agree with you.
No, you don't. You don't. But I'm saying, give your wife time.
Absolutely.
It took her 10 months. No, don't be trying to jump in now, because obviously you didn't agree before. But obviously it took her body 10 months to produce this child. And if she's breastfeeding, her body is going to tend to hold on to more weight because her body's producing milk to feed your child. Let's just, come on.
I said the truth.
Wait until after. Don't try to put your wife on a diet regimen while she's breastfeeding your infant child. Give her time to get back into herself.
I'm just saying, some people just take it too far with that. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
There's a lot of factors involved in actually growing a bean in your belly.
I don't know. It's above my pay grade.
Absolutely. So that's why you probably shouldn't make any comments. But anyway.
How do y'all feel about that? How do y'all feel about that?
I think that, there's a reasonable amount of time. Like if your child's 5 years old, obviously your weight doesn't have anything to do with your child.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's not what you were talking about before.
That's what I'm talking about.
You didn't communicate
well.
Well,
You didn't give me a chance to articulate.
Because it sounded like you were going in a place that you shouldn't, and I was trying to save you from all the comments in the comment section.
Catch me now, I'm falling.
Yeah.
All right.
But so just be understanding.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Yeah.
Look beyond, and also make sure you look beyond that issue. They're still a person. They're still kind. They're still generous. Meaning, don't make that challenge bigger than everything else
in the relationship. Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, that's all we have for y'all. Remember this:
love, laugh, and learn.